Greetings to all life forms and life workers who have found this recording or live demo of my services, tarot and oracle cards. I am the Third-Eyed Lion, your host for this experience. Anyone wants more information of the decks I'm using and get into contact with me, that will be in the description of this video. I'm going to do one card for anyone viewing now or in the future, and then I will start doing readings. Hello? Good morning, or whatever time of day it is for you. For those who chose deck 1, Wisdom and Control. So oftentimes in our lives, the wise are very uncompassionate. They use their wisdom, they use their knowledge as weapons, which causes negative reflections, which affects people around them. But when we are able to use our compassion and understanding, the wisdom is more potent, because each person can understand things in their own way, with their own processes. Be compassionate to others when you share your wisdom and share your knowledge. Be open to their way of thinking and their way of feeling, as well as your own. I'm doing well this morning. I hope you are too. Message for anyone now or in the future deck 2. Mother Earth. Mama Tara. We live in this planet. We live on this planet. And we are this planet. Know that we are connected at all times to the Mother Earth. And it is our beautiful ability to ground and connect into this planet, to share the warmth and bring birth into our lives. Connect to our planet and know that you are supported and loved at all times. Message number 3. Seven of Swords in reverse. Oftentimes in our life we don't want to ask for help. We want to do it all by ourselves. We want to be the sole person to make decisions, the sole person to deal with things. But the problem is, when that happens, things get left behind and we end up getting cut. So know that there are people and entities out there that will help you and want to help you. Just love yourself enough to ask for that help, and know you do not have to do everything by yourself. Good morning. The Nine of Wands. Know that the wealth and the money that is coming to you now is guarded and protected by these entities who hoard wealth and who monetize monetization. You have the ability to fly right over that, to find your own sense of wealth, to be carried past. And what you may think is a negative thing happening to you now will bring you to something more positive. What you might be missing out on may be a good thing, may be something that would cause you pain if you were to receive it. Message number 4. Freedom. Don't carry anyone else's burden. Yours is quite enough. Be free. Be free from all these ties that bind us. Be free from all the negative things that we think and feel. Know that we are no longer a slave to any system that we choose to not be a slave to. We can take off the chains at any time and become free. Spread your wings and soar, knowing that you are your own sovereign creator. Message 6. The Portal. Now is the time for you to make a huge change, to see things differently from you've ever seen them before, to not mourn the loss as a negative thing, but to continue to move forward and take all the things you have lost and experienced as inspiration, as fuel to continue your own path to the more beautiful and infinite possibilities. Okay, last deck here. Those in the chat, if you would like a reading, you can choose 1 through 7. A question in particular, just energy forecast. This will be the last card for anyone viewing now or in the future. The King of Swords. Now, with all those things happening globally, presents a lot of opportunities for new people to find new ways of monetization, new ways of service, and new ways of doing their passions and making them a reality. Know that you are strong, and no matter what anyone says that you can't do, if you set your mind to it, if you believe it's strong enough, it can happen, and it will happen. So much gratitude. I'll make a list for you all right now. And feel free to stay after your question. Some of the information may resonate even though it's not your question. Hope you all are having a beautiful day, whatever time it is for you. May this energy that is happening all over the planet and all over the cosmos, these gamma light particles coming in, allow them to process and proactively change the things that need to be changed before you're forced to change them externally. Allow this light to be of service to you. Okay, what does your partner think about your relationship currently? Okay, D, you can choose a 1 through 7, and I will ask that question for you. Well, thank you. I want to have some replay value here. And I will add you on, Julie J. And Jurish, I will also add you. Stop when I feel compelled. I'll choose a deck for you. Okay. Well, with that question, I can probably get the most clear answers from deck 7. And what is your partner's thoughts on your current relationship? So know that these may not be completely true. This is just what they perceive in their thoughts towards you. Oftentimes these may be skewed or not entirely accurate because it's someone's perception of you and the relationship that you have. So their thought towards you and your relationship is they want to get married and they want to be with you forever, but they believe that they are lacking. So I'll just show you this. So the king and queen of love, those are two people when they show up together have complete and total unconditional love for each other, where the feminine, the queen, is giving the love and shares the love freely and openly and presents it to all that she meets and is an unconditional, caring person. But the king is in reverse. So he sees you as someone giving all of their love and completely open, but he believes himself to be reserved and having a hard time sharing his full level of love. He doesn't feel like he is giving as much love as you are, which is preventing him from wanting to have the marriage to move forward the way that he wants, because he believes that he is lacking and he is not able to give you the full experience that you deserve. It is though that he is putting you at a level higher than himself, and he is unable to drink from his own glass. He feels like it's empty and nothing's coming forth, which is preventing him from wanting to propose or take the relationship to the permanent level. These are just his perception, whether they are true or not. That's up to you to decide. So continue to love yourself, to know that you deserve to be loved and you are loved, and have a conversation with this person about love in general, the abstract concept of love. And this might help the process because you both are powerful king and queen of love. Mara, I will add you on to the list. Thank you. And Chandra, you are up next. Do you have a question in particular, just for like an energy forecast? Yes, I will add you onto the list. I am doing quite well. Hope you are as well. Chandra and Julie are next. You can choose which deck you want, 1 through 7. And if you have a question in particular, just for like an energy update or energy forecast. Deck 6, shuffle 6 times. Okay. Hey, Julie, do you got a question or just for like an energy update? Hello, Pooja. I can add you to the list here. Okay, so yeah, there is ghosting. And and some negativity. I'll go into more detail here. I'll update the list quickly. But their mindset of when they don't know what to say, saying nothing at all, will probably continue. And until they're aware of how this affects other people, they might need to be educated on how this affects those around them. So we have untamed hunger, the ability to change and morph, to gain strength but lose but losing the ability to be understood. So they will take that ghosting form. They will do that because they don't want to be misunderstood. They don't want their hunger to hurt and affect you, because they have the nightmares, they have the traumas and the negative things happening in their mind space. But they are moving forward and they are growing. So when you reconcile, have a conversation about this as one of the first things you talk about. Is saying, I don't have anything to say, is a lot better than saying nothing at all. And for you is to trust your strength and your ferocity, move through that snow, move through the blockages with your power and sensations inside, and know that you are powerful and a beautiful person, and allow that to come forth with this person. Is to let them know who you are, what you expect, and what you're willing to do for them, and your own boundaries. So just have a conversation and let them know how ghosting and other things affect those around them. Just recognize that you are powerful, and your life and your happiness is not based on anyone else. It is your choice at all times. So much gratitude to you. Okay, so next would be Chandra and Jurish. Yes, you can. I will add you on right now, JJ. And Julie J, thank you very much. So Jurish or Chandra, you will be next. Deck 3, stop when I fill. Okay. Do you have a question or just would like an energy forecast? Yeah, I'll stop shuffling when the ancestors seem stop to me. Sometimes here in this chat we mention clairvoyance. This is the hearing voices and sounds mentally that others can't hear. Uh, it happens to me every time I pick up a deck, so they usually tell me when to stop, and I hear it stop. Who will be your next partner? New or XHXK? Thanks. Oh, okay. What is the energies for your next relationship partner? So your next partner will most likely be someone from your past, but you will have to go through conflict of those around you. So there's going to be a lot of people wanting to be your next partner. These are going to be new people and new energies coming in. And it's going to be very lustful, very sexual based, very physical based. Alcohol, drugs, sex, these external stimuli is going to be used to fight for your attention. A lot of people are going to be battling for your energy. Just know that those who you have loved in the past and might have hurt, or people who have hurt you, you can rekindle those energies. You can reset that energies to bring something new. to know that those relationships you've had in the past do not have to be the same. They can change and morph and evolve into new frequencies. Just be aware that I don't know if it's H or K, but it is someone, one of your past relationships will come back as a new type of relationship. Just be aware that there's going to be a lot of people fighting, jockeying for your energies, for your love. And they're going to offer you all kinds of physical stimulus, all types of external validation. Just trust your heart, trust your internal sensations, and know that you can experience the physical, but at any time it's your choice to be a slave to that or to leave, take the chains off, and be your own sovereign person. So love yourself and care for yourself, and you will attract those energies back in. Much gratitude. Yes, I can add you to the list right here. Thanks to you both. So, Chandra or Mara, you're up next. No, far from that. There will be many people who want to be with you, and it's up to you to find the right one. Who you will marry, okay? Let's go deck 7 for that one. So you can either tell me when to stop, or we'll have the spirits tell me. And the question is who will you marry? And secondary question, is it someone from the past or the future? Thank you everyone here live, making my way through the list. Thank you for your patience. So the person who you will marry is a explorer, a passionate person who's both grounded and connected to themselves and their passions, but also open to travel, to trade, to finding new things. They will probably be someone from your future, maybe a foreigner or some form of traveler coming into your life. You will meet them at a small gathering, at a small get together, 3 to 4 people tops. You will be introduced to them through a mutual friend, but they will have some hermit issues. They have spent a lot of time alone, maybe alcohol, um, some type of isolation issues spent by themselves, and they will have a hard time initially finding their way back into a society where they've been alone for such a long time. But this this traveler is coming forth, and they want to be with someone, and they long for relationship. So someone new, probably a traveler, you will meet at a small gathering, probably in the wintertime, based on this card, and you will share love, enjoyment, probably alcohol with them the first time, and they might have some alcoholism that can be changed. Just be open. Yeah, it could be your ex as well. But when they do come in, they will come in very differently than they have been in the past, as very much a new person, even though they may be your ex. Their energies could change, and so be open to meeting new people, to putting yourself into new situations, but also be aware that everyone comes with baggage, and some people are willing to let that baggage go, and some people are willing to hold on to it forever. So be open to that. People change. It might be your ex, and if it is, they are becoming a new person. They are changing a lot of their frequencies to a point where they might be energetically unrecognizable to the person they were the first time you were with them. So I hope that answers for you. Continue to love and care for yourself, and only beautiful things can happen from there. Much gratitude. So Chandra and YOLO, you're up next. Well, yes or no? Let me pull one for that. Yeah, it's probably that person you just named. But know that now they see things from a unity mind. They are less focused on just themselves, and they're beginning to see the world as an interconnected web of thought. So I believe it is the person you named, but their energies have changed. No need to apologize. Okay, energies about your future love life. So you can choose 1 through 7, and I'll start shuffling that for you. You can just pick a number, 1 through 7. If you want more information of the decks, they're listed in the description of this video. So either you can tell me when to stop, or we can have the spirits. Energies about your future love life. Thank you. Hopefully I don't give anyone cavities. I like your screen name, YOLO. We only live once, twice. I agree. Okay, so your future love messages is first is to let you know that external manipulation or external stimuluses, that's either being smoke, liquid, physical sensations like sex, kissing, dancing, partying, they are loose chains around your neck. At any time you can escape, but know that there are people out there wanting you to be in your power internally instead of looking for these sensations externally. And you will probably, um, with your future love, might be open to polygamy, multiple people relationships. Know that your energies of monetization of frequency can be shared with multiple people. You might be able to have multiple relationships at once. Just be aware that your negative doubts and the fears and traumas and things that are preventing you from loving yourself openly are just illusions. You can take that blindfold off at any time. All the chains and all of the things that bind you to these past are preventing you from the wealth that's surrounding you. So, in your future love, you will have to know that you deserve to be loved, that you can give love, and that love is something that you are inside now before it comes to you outside. So, be open to loving and caring for yourself, and any doubts or beliefs that boil up, know that they're tools for you to escape these thought patterns, to use these emotions to change and morph to become the most loving version of yourself, and by doing so, you will attract other loving individuals to you. And it might be multiple relationships at once, and there's nothing bad about doing that. You're not manipulating or being cruel to people by having multiple relationships at once, as long as they know that that's what you're doing. Transparency. Much gratitude to you. Hello. Hope you're doing well, EM. Thank you. I hope you stay safe as well. And yes, I will add you on, Moon Goddess. Okay, what does the rest of 2020 hold for you? Okay, so you can choose 1 through 7, and I will ask that for you. What does the rest of 2020 hold for you? Okay, I'll choose deck 3. So, what does the rest of 2020 hold for you? In terms of family, health, job, online income, friendships, relationships. So, there's a lot to unpack here. First thing I can just tell you intuitively is uh, you probably are only single on this one timeline, on this one planet. So there's a lot of things happening cosmically, and there's a lot more going on than what we can perceive. So the fear you have of being single probably proves that you are in a lot of committed energetic relationships at other places and times. Is so know that you're not single, you're in a relationship with yourself. And that relationship is something that is very important. We are all born with ourselves, and we will all die with ourselves. And it is the most important relationship we ever have. It affects all other relationships in our lives. Oh, scared of relationships. So I see that right here. You're afraid that others and yourself are not capable of giving complete and open love. That the love is that you can receive and give is blocked, and you're afraid of other people giving you painful, negative love. So overcoming this is knowing that you are a powerful creator, and this sensation of creativity, of comfort, is loving, is feminine, and brings new life and brings substance to this world. These are just illusions. These are just negative things that we are programmed to think from society, from our family, from external sources. But you hold the cosmic flow, the infinite energies of this feminine power that you possess. And you believe that you don't have what it takes to make the money digitally, to do the digital finance that you would like. Know that you can. You just have to find a way to do it unlike anyone else. Your way and your process is unlike those that have gone before. So you might have to create your own systems and find your own process of making money and making abundance into your life. Know that you can. Trust your intuitive guidance and know that you can delegate and have others do certain tasks for you. And this is not manipulation because they wish to serve you, and you will be giving back kindness and other types of energies, information to them to make the exchange balanced. So the rest of 2020 will be a time for you to step into your power, to realize that you are a powerful creator person, and all things in your energy fields will begin to be cleansed, including your negative blocks between receiving a relationship or being part of a relationship. You don't want to hurt anyone else, and you don't want anyone to hurt you. But knowing that that hurt is just part of the process, is part of the relationship, and if it's pure, then it can be healed. And if it's false, it will just keep continuing. So much gratitude to you. Okay, JJ, you can choose 1 through 7. And if you got a question in particular, or just for like an energy update. Okay, is the stagnant things in your relationship happening because them or yourself? You can choose the perfect deck. Let's go deck 7. So, Kiki, you will be next. And Pooja, they will be part of your journey. But if they do hurt you, know that that you have the ability at all times to say and stand in your own power. Okay. So, JJ, you can either tell me when to stop or I'll stop when the spirits compel me to. And thank you all for the likes. It helps us fight these algorithms. So, is the stagnant part of the relationship energy is coming from you or your partner? So, it's coming from both ends. So the stagnant, so the emotion, the like passion, is stagnant on the masculine end, where the masculine is, it could be either partner, but the more masculine force is struggling with creation and making their passions. They probably want to write, they want to dance, they want to sing, but they're blocking this energy and they're not allowing that in themselves. And the blockage is lack of creation, lack of motivation. Where the feminine blockage is a block in finance. They think they're lack. Um, they think that they're not holding the power and they're ungrounded. They're not fully connected into their sensations and their gratification. But both of these things will change, and this stagnant energy shows that they both love each other, and this love is pure and is true. The house and the home you build together comes from the heart space, comes from the ribs, and will fly and continue to ground. The things that appear to be stagnant and appear to be affecting very slowly is something that is just not being discussed. So just have a discussion about money and finances, even though it may not be a comfortable conversation. Just have it and know without judgment whatever the outcome may be. Also, have a discussion about passions, about creating things together instead of creating things separately. Collaboration. Got a guest star, little friend is Scruffy the dog. Say hi. Yeah. It's very uncomfortable to have some of these conversations, but discussing them are the best way to break the stagnant energies, is to just acknowledge that something is happening and something that you want to work on and are willing to work on, even though it is uncomfortable, because you care about this relationship and you care about this unconditional love. Much gratitude to you. So Kiki, you can choose 1 through 7. I'll answer that for you. Got you tangled up, but news from Antonio at Pisces regarding his decision to come back to State University in the fall in a few weeks. A month, deck 2, please. Yeah, his name's Scruffy, and he just likes attention. You want to say hi again? Look right here. Yeah. So you can tell me when to stop, or I'll stop when the energies compel me. Will you receive good news from Antonio the Pisces? It's okay, bud. Those are birds. You don't have to chase them. Okay. So the decision about State University, I see mainly is there's Sagittarius in reverse. So they might want to do online study for this next quarter or next semester that's beginning. But they are being guided with their spirit team, spirit guides is this card, to continue to learn, to continue their education, but they are kind of afraid of this kind of global situation that's going on, and they don't want to contaminate themselves or their loved ones, but they are tapped into removing their barriers. Ganesh, the god of barriers and blocks, he places them and removes them. So uh, Antonio is working on their own blocks, their own process, and their own flow that they're creating. By doing so, they might have to have the next semester be a digital student or take a smaller class load than they have before. But you will receive good news that they are willing to maybe move back to the area to take less class loads or less energy, but they will make contact with you. And they might be super passionate about a project that they're involved with. Some artistic endeavor that they want to really share and promote is some of the good news you will hear. But for university, I don't see them going back as a full-time student just yet. They might either do digital classes or a smaller class load. I hope that answers for you. Much gratitude. Okay, so EM, if you are here, as well as Chandra, you can choose. You want to say hi again, Scruff? Look right here. Yeah. You want to say hi? Okay, so EM or Luna, you can choose 1 through 7. You got a question in particular, just for like an energy forecast? And a message from the animal kingdom, as I got one of them sitting on my lap right here, is for all the animals. They want us humans to know, for anyone now or in the future, that there's a lot of love out in this world. There's a lot of creatures that are sad and lonely, abandoned, left, strays, birds and insects that no one cares for and nobody gives love to, but there is so much love that they want to give, so much energies that they wish to share. So, EM or Luna Moon, if you're here, I could do your question. I will pull an angel card here for anyone viewing now or in the future. Yeah, that's you too, buddy. That's you too, Scruffy. Intuition. Trust your intuitive senses, your own guides, and if something is wrong or doesn't feel right, raises your eyebrow, know that you're correct. Don't question that intuition, even if other people do. Know that everything is perfect when you feel it is, and if it's not perfect, it's up to you to make the change. I can do one more question here. I appreciate everyone who showed up now or in the future. Got all your hair on you, buddy. People say hi. Look. You got your big old eyes. So, to EM or Luna Moon, I'm still here if you would like your question. And I'm still doing some questions. Probably go longer than my normal hour here. So, got the time on this day. Okay. What is you's next action towards you and when? There has been no contact. Okay, so you can choose 1 through 7, and I'll ask that for you. Okay. What is you's next action towards you? You want to smell the cards? And you will say stop. Okay. So Yu's next intention towards you is to is to give you power, is to learn and work with you and find your energies and to learn how you do things so they can find their own power. The lack of contact and their intention is to to kind of discourage some of your magic because do not believe in magic within themselves. They're probably anti-tarot, and they think that what you're doing right now is not powerful. They know of your power, but they think that it is something that they can use and for themselves. So their next action towards you would be probably discouraging your magic, your services, and the power that you have. They will make an attempt to negatively influence you and affect your power because they cannot see past your veil. They think you are one thing when you are an entirely different thing. Most people can only perceive themselves very limitedly, and that limited perception of self they force onto everyone else in their life. So their next action will probably, when they do make contact with you, is to discourage the processes and the things that you are doing now in your life. But you, more than anything else, is just a infinite cosmic empress. You have so much unconditional love, so much care that people in this world will label things and call you names and say negative things to you that are entirely false because they perceive these things about themselves. And they have been conditioned to believe these things for such a long time. But it's not bad. It's people will try to discourage you, and you can just stand in your truth and say, well, that's your opinion. My opinion is everything I'm doing is perfectly fine and right and beautiful. And if they really truly respect you, then they will drop it then and there. You say, well, I agree to disagree. I'm going to keep doing what I do. You do what you do. And if you really love me, if you really care about me, then you will just let me do what I do. Oftentimes when we stand in our own integrity, in our own power, we immediately get questioned. We immediately get labeled. We immediately get people wanting to change us because they're afraid of that power. They're afraid of seeing somebody so glorious. They want to just throw rocks. And it's up to you to just dance around or get hit in the face with a rock. But as a living incarnation of the moon goddess, you don't got nothing to fear. Your power and your magic is so strong. Your high priestess energy is so strong that anybody who challenges or wants to change you, they got to deal with the whole empire first. So I hope that answers for you. Thank you. If you have any other questions or any other energies here, still would like to do a few more readings. So Chandra or EM, if you show up, it's your turn for a reading. You want to say hi, Swaffy? Again? Look right here. well. I'm going to give an intuitive reading here, channeling message for anyone. This is a message from the cosmic community of compassionate co-creators. Every person who has ever lived and ever will live has an artistic passion, has a passion for creation of some kind in some form. Oftentimes on this blue planet, these creations are discouraged, are proven to be incorrect, but those are just false perceptions. Those are not real things, because everything you create is beautiful and divine. All of your creations echo in the cosmos and exist all over this vast universe. So allow this moment now to be an opportunity for you to create, for you to bring forth new life and new energy into the world based on your passions and your own unique vibrations. And I will continue to talk about intuition and the intuitive gifts of all people. Scruffy. Scruffy dog. So when you feel in your mind or in your heart that something's either right or wrong, or true or not true, if you have any sensations that are unique to you that others can't feel or hear, if you know who's going to call before they call, if you know what someone's going to say before they say it, these are not demons, these are not negative aspects. This is your divine intuitive gift that we all have. Most people suppress it, most people challenge it, and some people monetize it, and some people use it to control and manipulate others. I like to be the fourth type of person who uses their intuition to help and be of service to others. And this is my service, and it brings much joy and positivity into my life, and hopefully the life of the little animals too, and the big animals. Every person in their own life exists in multiple forms. The person that we perceive ourselves as, persons others perceive us as, and the true cosmic person that we all are. The infinite person is the one that is the hardest to understand, the one that we don't embrace as much. We're usually aware of who we are, who we think we are, and who others think we are, but who we truly are is the hard part. And just know that that is a beautiful person, is a powerful, infinite person, no matter what has happened to you in the past. So if you want to be involved in my next reading, feel free to subscribe, and thank you, everybody. Much love and gratitude.